So your wood for fuel, or whatever you're using for fuel, is going to be determined by what you're using for a smoker. In this case, we're using an offset. But I want to talk about what you're using to actually get flavor from your wood. Not the fuel part, but the flavor part. So for example, today, what we have is lumped charcoal, and we're using a mixture of hickory and apple wood because we're going to be smoking ribs. And I think hickory and apple are going to be a great combination for smoking ribs. So we got hickory and apple sticks over some lumped charcoal. It's all white, it's beautiful. This thing it's ready to go. So you can use all kinds of different woods that pair well with ribs. Some of the best ones are going to be your fruit woods, like your apple woods. I personally like hickory. I'm going to tell you one of the reasons I love hickory. I went to Joe's Barbecue one time. Joe's Barbecue at the time was located in northern Georgia in Blue Ridge. I think it's now in North Carolina somewhere. At the time, about 10 years ago, Joe's Barbecue was voted the best barbecue in the world. And I am not kidding. And I had the pleasure of talking to Joe when I was there. And Joe told me his secret to making the world's best ribs, apparently, they are apparently the world's best ribs. His secret was just using good rub and nothing but pure hickory to smoke it on. No other woods, but he looks at hickory as just any other ingredient, or whatever the wood you're going to choose. It's another ingredient, just the same as what you put in your rub or your mop sauce or even your barbecue sauce. So pick your woods in a way that's going to complement your meat and what else you're doing with your flavor profile. So what you're going to be doing with your rub and what you're going to be doing with your mop and what you're going to do with your sauce, really to some extent should determine what kind of wood you're going to use. I know some guys who smoke with nothing but cherry, and they smoke heavy with cherry because it's a light wood. Spectacular ribs. But it goes really good with what they like to do, which is a sticky setup sauce. Not every type of flavor of wood is going to, or not every type of flavor of ribs is going to pair well with every type of wood. Some are better than others. Think about it when you're selecting. Or maybe even if you only have a certain type of wood, let that guide what you select as your mop sauce, as your rub. Let your wood determine what flavors you want to go with it. But look at it as another ingredient. Look at your wood, your rub, your mop sauce, your sauce at the end, all collectively as part of the flavor profile you're trying to create.